let's get started with another news roundup on the channel with more updates on the Seahawks. Welcome to another update session. This is Charles, always here with you, bringing you another quick, objective, and up-to-date video about the Seattle Seahawks. For those of you who are new, don't forget to subscribe. There are daily videos on the channel, so you stay super informed and don't miss a thing. Also, leave a like. Every Seahawks fan's support helps a lot and motivates me to keep recording for you. To start off, here's an updated situation. Rayshawn Jenkins. With just 3 games for the Seahawks, he's already proving to be a great signing. Jenkins, who signed a 2-year deal with Seattle this offseason, is leading the team with 26 total tackles. Just to give you an idea, in the last 2 games alone, he made 10 tackles in each. A true beast on defense. What's even more impressive is that Jenkins is the only Seahawks defender who has played every defensive snap so far. That means he's on the field for every defensive play and is making the most of every opportunity to show his value. His physical presence is remarkable, and the coaching staff isn't holding back on the praise. Mike McDonald highlighted in this week's press conference how well Jenkins has already adapted to the team. When the game gets physical, you can feel his presence, McDonald said. He also praised Jenkins' versatility, noting how he can play in different positions, cover passes, blitz, and defend against the run. He's playing fast, physically, and he's finishing plays really well, added the coach. Looking back at when Jenkins arrived, the responsibility was huge. After all, he had to replace none other than Jamal Adams and Quandre Diggs, who left this offseason. But Jenkins wasn't intimidated. He's shown a lot of motivation and versatility, and he's doing an excellent job patrolling the backfield of our defense. You can sense that he's more than ready to be a cornerstone of the Seahawks defense this season. What do you think of Jenkins so far? Do you trust that he'll keep evolving and remain a beast on defense? Moving on, Seahawks fans, the team announced on Tuesday that they've met with nose tackle Matt Gotel and also brought in cornerback Tyler Hall, adding both to the practice squad. For those who've been following closely, Gotel was one of the names that almost made the Seahawks main roster last offseason. He spent most of training camp with the team, but suffered an ankle injury, which put a pause on his plans. He was placed on the injury list and later released with a settlement. Interestingly, Gotel is a local player, born in Lakewood, Washington, and finished last season on the Seahawks practice squad. He's yet to play in a regular season game, but at 25 years old, there's still plenty of time for him to develop, and Seattle seems to be betting on that potential. With the recent injuries to Byron Murphy II and Leonard Williams in the last game, Gotel's addition could be a sign that Seattle is preparing to cover those absences. If the starters' injuries are confirmed, Gotel might be an important piece in Week 4's game against the Detroit Lions, happening on Monday, September 30th. Will he finally get a chance to debut in the regular season? We'll keep an eye on it. Another addition to the practice squad was cornerback Tyler Hall. He entered the NFL in 2020 as an undrafted free agent and has played for several teams, including the Atlanta Falcons, Los Angeles Rams, Las Vegas Raiders, and most recently, the Philadelphia Eagles. Hall's journey hasn't been easy, but his experience is significant. Over 31 career games, including 6 starts, he's accumulated 46 total tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 1 sack, and 4 passes defended. Here's an interesting point. Most of his defensive snaps between 2022 and 2023 were in the slot, a position Seattle might need to reinforce. To make room for these practice squad additions, the Seahawks placed running back George Holani on the practice squad injury reserve after he injured his ankle in Week 2's game against the New England Patriots. Holani had been promoted from the practice squad, but his injury was a setback. Additionally, safety Marquise Blair, who had been waived last week, was released again, showing the team is looking for other solutions on defense. So, do you think Gotel will finally get his shot on the main roster? And Hall? Could he add value to the secondary? Leave a comment below the video. To wrap up the video, the Seahawks may be considering a reunion with an old friend to reinforce the O-line, none other than Jason Peters, the veteran offensive tackle who played 8 games for Seattle last season. Peters, at 42 years old, isn't just any player. He's a two-time first-team All-Pro, nine-time Pro Bowler, and Super Bowl 52 champion. A Hall of Fame resume for sure. But can he still help solve Seattle's issues in the trenches? As reported by Field Yates from ESPN, Peters visited the Seahawks as a free agent, indicating the team is at least considering his return. It's important to remember that while he brings a wealth of experience and is still an excellent run blocker, the Jason Peters of today isn't the same dominant player he was in his prime. Age has caught up, and while his skills are still valuable, they won't magically fix all of the Seahawks' O-line problems. Mike Macdonald knows the easiest part of the season is already behind them. Bigger challenges lie ahead, starting with the Detroit Lions in a crucial Monday night game next week. To keep the momentum going, the Seahawks will need to address this depleted offensive line. With Abraham Lucas likely out for a few more weeks and George Fant now on injured reserve, the team will need all the help they can get to keep this unit functioning until everyone is healthy again. That's where Jason Peters comes in as a possible temporary solution. While he's not the definitive answer to the O-line's issues, he could be the Band-Aid necessary to hold things together while the starters recover. Peters brings a wealth of experience, exceptional instincts, and, above all, a love for the game, something that could be vital in a crisis like this. He has nothing left to prove in the league, but his presence might be exactly what Seattle needs to keep hope alive until the offensive line stabilizes. Could Jason Peters' return help stabilize our offensive line? Or do we need a more drastic solution? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, it's very important. Thanks for everything, and go Seahawks!